आगे बढ़ रहा है। कितना बढ़ रहा है? देखो देश बढ़ रहा है, देश इतना बढ़ रहा है, धारी में देश बढ़ रहा है। 2014 it was 205 lakh crore and now 49 in 2014, 2024 it is 205 lakh crore। देश आगे बढ़ रहा है, भारी में बढ़ रहा है, कंधा बहुत भारी हो गया, बढ़ रहा है। According to Trading Economic Global Markov models and analysis, expectations, government debt in GDP in India is expected to reach 88% of GDP by the end of 2024-25 fiscal. External debt in India increased to 6.8 to 300 USD million to in the second quarter 2024 from 6,63,800 USD million in the first quarter of 2024. But the gap in loan growth and deposit growth, SBI continues to lose market share in deposits over the years. Now the question is, how much is the interest rate on borrowing? Whether it will be funded, what will be the guaranteed return of investment, and what will happen if SBI fails to repay on time? RBI is informed that rupees 3,207 crore was lost because of 5,082,000 cases of cyber fraud. Yes. He was talking about cyber fraud. Yes. Cyber fraud between 2020 2024 financial years. Sir, who suffers for them? Who? Not the rich people. Only the poor people, middle class people. They are the sufferer for the cyber fraud. Sorry. Till today, the government, the central government, and its mechanism, whether it's the CBI, whether it's the ED, whether whatever the instrumental is, could not detect anyone. Very unfortunate. This is the fraud of cyber crime. Sir, the number of cyber fraud incidents has increased from 75,800 cases in 2023 to 292,800 in 2024. Just take it. That means more than 2 lakhs cases have been increased only in a year. What is going to be happening in 2025?
UP is number one.
Today I was hearing a speech. I don't know whether the Honorable Prime Minister was giving this speech today or not. I was in the television, he was talking about the cyber crime. I will request the Honorable Prime Minister, save this country from the cyber crime, take an effective step. सिर्फ बातों में कुछ नहीं होता है, काम करना पड़ता है, काम कीजिए, कुछ तो काम कीजिए. The real growth in an economy is built on bank credit to go large industries and infrastructure projects. Deposit mobilization has been lagging credit growth of some time now. As of August 23, 2000, credit offtake in the Indian banking sector was rupees 169.5 lakhs crore, a 62% increase from December 23, and because bank dues stood at 2000. According to the latest RBI data, over the past decade, the share of public sector banks has dropped from more than 75% in 2002 12 to less than 60% of the overall system. So there is a need of top priority cyber security issue to check financial fraud. And IT management advanced system for fraud detection is a must for building robust cyber security measures. Strict regulatory compliance to adherence to stringent regulation for data privacy of customers and industry-specific laws like anti-money laundering practice. So the banking law, this bill is a donkey passage towards privatization of the Indian banking sector. Prima facie is to improve bank guarantee and investor protection, but actually a slow pace for selling targets its minimum holding in public sector banks from 51% to 26%. Thank you, sir. For today, everywhere in the banking system, the savings are being decreased, interested to the mutual fund. Why? Because of the rate of interest, rate of income tax. If you are in a mutual fund, 10% tax. If you are in the bank, savings bank account, fixed deposit, here 5 years, 10%, there 5 years, 33%. All are going to mutual funds. These income tax principles and policies, of course it is the prerogative of the Honorable Finance Minister, but I will request you to look into the matter. In a case of mutual fund, 5 years I will pay, if I keep him for the 5 years in a mutual fund even, taking some risk even, I may get 20% from the benefit, I have to pay 10% tax. Whereas if I keep a fixed deposit for 5 years, I have to pay 33% tax. Kindly consider that in your new budget, next budget, kindly consider this point. Now, sir, the GNPA ratio for agriculture was 6.2%, while the GNPA ratio for proposed personal loan was 1.2%. This reduction of NPA is not due to higher recoveries. Most importantly, sir, this Mr. Patru was saying, Finance Minister will say about the NPA. Very strongly they are saying NPA is being decreased, NPA is being decreased. Not because of the recovery of the NPA, but striking off the NPA itself. That is the niceties of the things that have been done. Jugglery of the words. Writing off the NPA. And it has become a common feature now. Sir, basically in the name of the amendment, the central government is trying to interfere in the state cooperative banking system in respect of nominations and to provide for an increase in the tenure of the directors in cooperative banks. The bill was increased the scope of the exception clause, which could lead to more conflicts of interest of the state government and also interfere with the independence of state cooperative banks. The bill also aims to redefine the concept of substantial interest for bank directorship. The threshold for what constitutes substantial, I have already said this, I will not repeat.